So you have all this money in the equity of your home, but what good is it? Money in the walls of your home cannot be used to buy things or pay bills until it's liquidated. But what options do you have to go about separating the equity from your home and get it into your bank account? There are a few different ways that you can use in order to gain access to the equity in your home. And in today's lesson, that's what I want to do. I want to show you and outline how equity can be a great solution to a lot of your financial obstacles, and also the different and the best ways that I'm recommending now to access the equity today and in the future. That's really what I wanted to dive into today, was creating solutions in your life around the equity in your home.
Well, then how can equity provide a solution to financial problems?
So I really want to turn that question around to say, what problems can money solve? Because any problem that money can solve, equity can be that solution. Defining home equity is the difference between the market value of your home, what it's worth today, what it could sell for today, versus what money is owed against that home. Mortgages, liens, home equity credit lines. Let's use that example. $200,000 home, $100,000 mortgage, no liens, no second mortgages, no lines of credit. You have $100,000 in equity. So it's the total value minus the money that's owed against it. For most people, the equity in their home is the biggest asset that they have. So what I really want to hone in on here is how equity can be a solution, what it can be a solution for, the most common ways we can use it, and how to get access to it. And the reason why it's very attractive right now specifically is because the home values have gone through the roof. A lot of people don't want to sell their home because they wonder, where will I go? And will I be able to get as good of a mortgage or as low of a mortgage as I have now on a new home? So accessing that equity lets you tap those funds without having to sell your home. How do you access home equity, and what myths are around accessing home equity? Some people don't realize they can access it at all. So that's one thing, is just, can you access it or not? Yes, you can. A majority of Americans, I will say, even now with all the information and knowledge that we have with the internet, most are still uneducated about the different ways that they can or should access that equity. So I'm talking about the difference between a cash out refinance versus a home equity line of credit. And then there are now these companies called equity sharing companies. The last thing that I want to say on myths about home equity is that you have to start your mortgage all over again. Like, oh, I've been in a 30-year mortgage. I paid 10 years. I don't want to go back to a 30-year mortgage. I know I can get that equity out, but I don't want to go back to a 30-year mortgage. They don't understand. They don't realize that you can get a custom mortgage strategy. You can get a mortgage loan that's customized to you that can either be the same amount of time you have now or less time than you have now. You don't necessarily have to go back and start all over.
What are the most common ways, though, that homeowners can use their equity?
I would say the number one theme right now is renovations and home improvements. Maybe that means adding a home office, finishing the basement, redoing the kitchen, adding a bathroom, renovating. Why not access some of that, pull it out, and do these improvements to the home, which are then going to increase the value of your home, hopefully, which will then increase the equity that you have in your home. So it can be a great utilization of that. Next thing is going to be debt consolidation. I mean, I've been preaching this forever. Regardless of interest rates, debt consolidation loans are phenomenal. They can save people sometimes thousands of dollars a month. And then the last one that I want to mention on common ways homeowners can use their equity is buying other properties and investments.
Right. I like that one.
Love that one. It multiplies your wealth. It increases your net worth. And you're using equity and money that's sitting there doing nothing for you, earning you zero, if you can turn around and invest that money in a property that's going to kick off cash flow every month, in a business that's going to give you money, or a future retirement, whatever it may be. There's so many great ways you can use equity, but I guess the theme with these most common ways is that these ways are prudent. These ways are responsible ways to use equity.
Borrowing against home equity does have a stigma for some people.
It does.
But why, though? Why?
The first reason why it has a stigma is because these ideas have been passed down from previous generations. So the previous generations that owned homes back in the Great Depression, so many people got foreclosed on after they didn't make mortgage payments. There were so many issues with having a mortgage that the mentality became, pay that thing off as soon as you can. Because if you pay the mortgage off, they can't take the house from you. The next thing is that a lot of people, as I mentioned earlier, have most of their money in their home. That's the biggest asset they have. So in their head, this is my retirement. But the thing is that the money sitting there in the home doesn't have a return. So if you just leave it in there, what if when you retire, the home is worth less than it is today? Then what? with the information that I gave you in today's lesson, what I wanted to do is really empower you to see how great of a solution equity can be and what options you have in order to move forward with accessing the equity. So I hope you found value in today's lesson. If so, please share this with somebody else that may also find value in it. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified on all of our future content. We're really trying to put out new content and information like this all the time on the channel, so make sure that you do subscribe and get notified so you never miss out. And I do offer free consultations, so reach out to me by call, text, or private message if I can be of assistance to you or anyone that you know. My direct line is 860-413-3938. Again, 860-413-3938. Hope that helps, and we'll see you soon. Take care.